What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner, and I had the chance to review Alexandria Cortez Green New Deal. And it's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, it ain't bad. It's piss poor. That's what it is, okay? Let's just call it for what it is. Piss poor. All right? What is she doing? What is the Democrats allowing her to do? Now, I know they're all tiptoeing around her because she's the new darling in their party. And they can't afford to catch any negative press by attacking her. And Nancy Pelosi is the alpha dog that's ready to bite her on the nose. See, right now, she's tolerating her, but she's looking at her and she's giving her subtle hints like, yeah, but because she's a puppy and she's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, she doesn't see it. She doesn't catch it. Yeah, Nancy doesn't want to play games. You know, Nancy's tail isn't wagging anymore. She's old, crusty. She just want to lay around, ride it out. You know what I'm saying? Sleep a little bit. And then you get her coming in wanting to play. Run around, tugging on her tail, undermining her, out there barking all over the place. And everybody's enjoying it. She's so cute. Look at the puppy. She's so cute. And Nancy is sitting over there looking at her like, yeah, real cute. Mm-hmm. Wait until she get back to the house, tear her tail up. So she's now running rampant through the Democratic Party, which I don't care. They're garbage anyway. And it's going to show as they go down the stretch how in disarray their party really is and who's really in control. You can see them already setting the stage for a run-in. They're pumping it up. Who's the real leader of the Democratic Party? Alexandria Cortez, the new darling of the Liberal Party, all of that stuff. Nancy ain't going to tolerate that for too long. At some point, Cortez is going to have to wake up and realize who's the boss, but she ain't seeing it. She ain't seeing the writing on the wall, and people are setting her up for failure to get beat up. It's kind of like when you're out on the playground. Yeah, you could take him. He's only 6'7", 285 pounds, and you're what, 140? So what, though? It's about the attitude, man. It's about how you approach it, man. Your perspective, okay? Go get him. Talk him into getting beat half to death. So everybody's pumping her up, and she thinks she's untouchable, and she's out there, coming up with all types of deals and plans, and you get people who are about to run for president, and they ain't thinking it through. They're saying, that sounds good. We support that. We're all about the Green Deal. And I'm going, okay, so what happens when you get pulled to the carpet on what that really means and how it's going to be implemented, and you sound stupid in your campaign trying to argue with the president about why we should implement this? And I'm going to talk about a couple of the points. And then you got to walk it back, and then they're going to be like, oh, did you flip-flop? Or were you just talking smack? Probably just talking smack. So now, 100% clean renewable energy. That sounds great. I mean, who wouldn't want that? I mean, heck, you look at a nuclear submarine, they got renewable energy. You can ride in that thing for years. Everything's great, but unfortunately, we can't put that in all of our houses. So unless she's talking about that, then what is she talking about? How do you acquire this? Upgrade all existing buildings for ever efficiency. That's what she's saying. So let me get this straight. America has to spend God knows how many trillions. Somebody gave an estimate, and it was like 4 or 5 times the national deficit. And they talk about just throw stuff out. But in the long run, we're going to save money. How? Because the Earth's not going to blow up. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to save money because the whole Earth's still going to exist because of our green energy. So now, all of a sudden, she's saying we have to redo all of these buildings, houses, and stuff like that. Who's going to pay for that? Do the practical thinking people who have real brains, I'm not talking about poop for brains, talking about some real brains. Are they sitting there at home listening to this idea that says, that sounds good if you had a magic wand and could snap your fingers and it all happened, but I'm a 65-year-old man, I got an old house that I can barely keep heated, and you want me to upgrade this? You want me to do it? Who's going to pay for all of that? Do we have to pay for it? Oh, yeah, taxpayers. And then in this proposal, she says they're going to create a lot of jobs, and everybody is going to get a paycheck, whether you work or you choose not to or can't work. It doesn't matter. That sounds to me like full-blown socialism. That sounds to me like you can't decide who's gaming the system or not. So you just say, I'm going to take your word for it. You said you have cataracts and you got flat feet, and sometimes you get a little bit of dizzy spells, so you can't work, okay, don't worry about it. We'll send you your check too. But this guy, we've assigned him to sweep and paint and install all types of stuff to update our equipment. So that's your job, buddy, because you're healthy. So we can now take a little bit of your cheese and spread it out to everybody else. This is who you're voting for, people. People like this. Then it says expand high-speed rail transportation. Oh, that sounds great and all. That's a whole new infrastructure. But the reason she's bringing that up is because they're planning on doing away with fossil fuel energy. They don't want planes flying anymore. Woo, that's crazy. So what do our military do? I don't understand. What, are they going to go back to the old school Wright brothers peddling the plane? Is that what they're trying to do? Huh? To drop bombs on our enemy? What about diplomatic negotiations? Is everything going to be what? Carrier pigeons? Or are we going to use those? Let's go ahead. Yeah, shoot the carrier pigeons over to England. Yeah, we need to talk to you about something. We're sending a message. What is she talking about? They're not going to do away with planes. And if you do away with planes, how are we going to get overseas? Are we going back to the old school days? Just jump on a boat. Let's get on the boat. Titanic. We're heading out. All right. But she wants to do this, and she says it ensures prosperity. How? I don't know, but it will. Yeah, it ensures it. I think it just goes ahead and bankrupts it immediately, overnight. If she won the presidency today and implemented this in 3 months, we would all be broke. Whole economy would crash. We would all be back in almost the Stone Age time dealing with people like this, and nobody is checking her. See, but she's a gift to us. Stupidity like this, unchecked by her own party, is going to set her party up for failure in 2020 when they have to defend stuff like this to regular people. I'm not talking about people who lives in California, New York, or Washington. I'm talking about the people that's in Virginia, Ohio, places like that. Who's going, that sounds nuts. What is she talking about? And economic security. And the results will be clean air, water, and access to nature. Yeah, it's all about nature. So because of this bogus science of global warming, and because Alexandria is the darling of the Democratic Party right now, they allow her to come up with a Christmas list that's going to affect all of us. So what would you like to see happen to the planet and the world? I like to see everybody love each other, and then they can have, there be no more death, and we'll build a dome over the forest for the animals. We'll put that out there because we like animals. And then we want all the people to have nice water, and then they can play, and the kids have toys, and nobody dies. Everybody's rich, and what else? Yeah, that's what she's doing. Full-blown Christmas list. This is going to impact all of us, and they're entertaining it after she gave the announcement. It's great. And then the liberal media backs this mess by sticking mics, and I love it though, because they're setting the Democratic Party up for failure. Sticking microphones in all of the candidates' face. How do you feel about Alexandria Cortez Green Deal? Great. Love it. We'll love it. We're all about clean energy. In their mind, what the heck did I just get myself into? They're going to caught me off guard. You know what? This is going to ruin us all with her stupid ideas. But you know what? If I say the right thing and say, that's ridiculous, how are you going to implement this? Then the media will be like, you know what? You're anti-environment, and you don't care about global warming. And I look bad. So I'm just going to say what I think I should say instead of what is right to say. That's dumb. Now, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. Find me 7:30 every Wednesday, live in Kevin's Corner on YouTube. And also find me on my live radio blog talk show. Run them simultaneously together. Don't forget to find me on Facebook, YouTube, and check out Extreme Tees. Links in the bottom. If you click on the link, put my name in the promo code Kevin, you will get 20% off of their clothing. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and the notification button. All right, God bless. See you next time in Kevin's Corner.